Organizers of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration wanted to focus on children because they will need to learn to understand diversity, but they can also teach others acceptance.
Our children live in a diverse society. They have to interact, and when they grow up and live in Needham, we want them to be equipped with being able to build the multiracial, multicultural society that we truly have. So it's acknowledgement of that and training for that.
Particularly this event, we wanted to include a lot of students, children from elementary, middle, and high school participating in various ways, because it's important that we pass on the messages that many of the adults in the room have been working on for years. It's really going to be that next generation of young people who come in to begin to take on leadership roles to make change happen.
I mean, when you think about Martin Luther King Jr. and everything that he stood for, this is what he stood for. He stood for bringing people together of all races and creeds and religions and identities, and that's what this event was about today. And so it was just very inspiring to be here this morning. It's a wonderful way to start the day and to really reflect and remember Dr. King.
Events like this not only teach us and help us learn from our children and from our community, but also remind us of what's often missing in our day-to-day lives.
I think Needham is a much more diverse town than it used to be. I didn't grow up in Needham, but even since I've lived here, it's much more diverse than it used to be. And I think Needham is making a really good effort in terms of celebrating, enhancing, fostering, and embracing the diversity. But I think, like most towns around here, Needham still has some ways to go, and that's one of the things that the Needham Diversity Committee is working on.
One of the quotes in the slideshow at the beginning of the presentation said something to the effect, it was a quote from Dr. King that said, "Our lives begin to end at the moment when we stop speaking up about things that matter." So really the message from today is to move forward and speak up whenever we see things that we think aren't fair or aren't just.